Episode 4 of Influencer Workouts Are Trash Compared to Mine, and today it is chest. This series has been actually really fun to shoot and to me extremely informative, right? Because what I want to do is, if you're in this gym or any gym, I want your time to be maximized and getting the most out of everything, right? So if you're doing fluff exercises, fluff sets, like let's eliminate those and let's get into things that are really gonna pack on lean muscle tissue. So what I thought I would do here, let's start with the 3 bad exercises that everyone on Instagram tells you must do in order to get huge and a freak that I never do and program into 0 of my clients. So exercise 1, I know you're gonna know what this is. Hammer strength, sideways chest press. I'm not gonna go into full detail about why I hate this that much, but watch this if you want my full rant. But what I want you to do is pay attention here. The amount of people I see doing this right here. Oh, I can feel my chest. Literally, I have no weight. You can watch I want you to watch my chest. I have no weight on there. It's definitely contracting, but as Dave and I said on the podcast last week, I think that him and I both could probably do 3 plates a side on that. Guess how much we can do normal? 5. And in addition to that, watch this. My chest never gets stretched because I'm at starting what I would consider neutral, where watch when I flip here. This is where we're starting essentially with that sideways chest press. I am losing every bit of that stretch. So guess what's gonna happen? Half rep, half development. Because it isn't like the partial on the leg curl or partials on the shoulders where I've exhausted the full range of motion and then I get into partials. With this, it's only partial. So again, with this, inadequate load, terrible range of motion, throw it in the trash. The holy grail of bodybuilding, or lifting in general, or honestly ego. Hey bro, how much do you bench? Me? 0. I can't remember the last time I've actually done a legitimate flat bench. And I'm not being funny. I really can't remember. And listen, if you're out there and you're like, Chris, I love flat bench, have at it and listen, good luck. Because the number of pec tears I've seen on this exercise is just far too many. Now, can I tell you this? In the prime of my mid-20s, I was flat benching and loving it. But there comes a point where your strength gets too hard and the risk reward is just simply not there. I got way more growth off the incline dumbbell and the incline barbell than I ever got off this flat press. Plus, fun fact, how many people do you see that have way too much development in their mid-pec and low pec? Guess what this targets? I'd much rather work that meat towards my collarbone. Because when I post a side chest on the internet, that's what everyone says. Good God, look at that shelf. Shocker. That's because I do lots of incline work. So, I'm not even gonna do a rep here because I don't need to. I don't like this for tons of reasons. 1, most people don't feel it in their chest. 2, way too high risk of injury. And then 3, I just feel like I'm not gonna wait on this. Let all the young kids tear this bad boy up. I'm gonna be right there on the incline, getting bigger, be right behind Chaz on the dumbbell rack, pounding them. And plus it's just harder, right? Like when I think about, if someone asked me, Chris, what are the 2 most useless chest exercises? I'll say flat bench and then steep decline barbell bench. And guess what a lot of kids and guys do? It's because they can ego lift, right? I've seen tons of guys do 315 on the flat bench, go to the incline and barely get 2 plates. I wonder why, because it's harder. It forces that upper chest to really work where most guys don't have tissue. So again, I'm not gonna beat a dead horse here. Flat bench, not for me, not for you. All right, 3rd and final thing here, the low cable crossover. In that same video that I hate on the hammer strength sideways press, I talk about why I don't like this, but let's go over those tenets really quickly. Right here, if you had to guess what I'm gonna do based on this channel, what would you think it is? Curls. Why? Because the bicep is maximally stretched. You see me do this and tell you how great of an exercise it is. So right now, this isn't a full bicep stretch. My chest feels no load, none. No matter how far I step forward, it's still bicep. No matter how much I get to the machine, now I'm actually taking on my biceps and then it's just filling on my traps. This is a stretch down for my trap. So with this, I've always felt like with flies, the number 1 priority in a fly is gonna be stretch, 2nd is contraction. So with this, I wanna think about, if I'm here and I'm gonna do this motion, I'm never stretching my pecs. I don't feel it in my chest, even if I poke it out there. You see how I just elevated my rib cage and my chest got tall? Even there, I'm still all bicep. So to start this movement in the engagement, I have to go up and look at that bicep. It's contracted. So here, now I'm starting to feel chest, now chest, now chest. So for me in that motion, a lot of bicep. Now, next, what does this do if I had dumbbells in my hand? It's front delt raise, right? So if I'm here, so I'm gonna go bicep to front delt. I don't get it. A much better variation is what you're gonna see in a minute. But what I want you guys to just think about this exercise logically. I've never been able to load this heavy in comparison to high cable crossover. Also, with the feeling of my biceps and front delt taking at least 50% of that load, it's just not a good utilization of my pecs and a motion where, say I'm gonna do 3 sets, as I talked about with the fluff sets, that's 3 sets that I just wasted, where I could much better go do a high cable crossover, a pec deck, a dumbbell fly, a roller fly. All those are way better options. So there's the 3 that I don't wanna do, now one of the 3 that I love. Low or slight incline dumbbell press. So if you look at this incline, this is the perfect incline. Now, this is where most people will put it. Again, not a bad angle there. But for my exercise 2, this is the angle I'm gonna use with the barbell. So I want a different or slightly modified angle when I'm gonna do the dumbbell. So for me, John showed me this years ago, and I just connected to it. It feels great. It's kind of a mix between incline and flat, so you get just a different stimulus. And you can press a lot of weight on it once you get good at it, and that's why I've always loved it. So with the incline dumbbell press, I like to start fresh out of the gate with this if I'm trying to pack on lean muscle tissue. If I was early in my bodybuilding career again and restarting it, this is where I would make a staple. This would be my #1 every week until I couldn't even think straight. So I like top set back off here. You could do straight sets, which are okay, or you could just simply do a drop set on it. So work your way up, hit 10, then do a drop, 10, do a drop, 10, done. So exercise #1, slight incline dumbbell press. Exercise #2, incline barbell. So if you look, this angle is roughly 45 degrees. So if I'm gonna start with the incline slight, I'm gonna come here to what I would consider the regular or standard incline for the barbell. Now, what I really love about this exercise, especially as incoming second rotation, is I'm fully warm, so it's gonna limit the weight that I can use. But then I'm also gonna get all of that meat up by my collarbone and even some front delt. So you wanna talk about that shelf when I hit a side chest, and I'll tell you what, I'll get Chaz to link a video with that in, of when I'm into that chest. Like, these 2 exercises, I swear to you, are why I've really been able to get my chest to grow and be super bubbly and round. And it's because I put time, effort, and years into both these exercises and getting good at them. So with this, I like to do 2 different variations. I'll either do a top set and back off, or I'll do all pause reps. So I come down, I'll show you that. So let's talk about where we grab this bad boy. A lot of people go here, a lot of people go way out here. That doesn't feel safe to me at all, and this is like way too much tricep. So I like to make an L with my hands, put it on the knurling, and then I just take it out a couple inches, and then I wrap. So from there, I unrack that bar. Now, with the pause reps that I was telling you about, I like to come down right there, 1, 2, and then I'm up. Again, 1, 2, and then up. So I actually like alternating week to week of where I'm just doing normal rep cadence versus those pulse reps. Use a different stimulus. That second way is much harder. So it limits the load even more than coming in at second rotation. And it just feels great. And I can tell you this, from day 1, I could tell you just feel that huge stretch from your front delt all the way to your sternum. And you get good at that exercise, I'm telling you, you will transform the way your upper body looks. I told you I'd come back here for an exercise that I love, and that is high cable crossover. Now, let me show you the difference. Now, most people try to do them up here. And again, it's okay. I wanna stagger my feet. It doesn't matter which foot is forward. Now I'm gonna lean into that, get a good stretch, and then I'm here, contract, 1, 2. Stretch, open that chest, 1, 2. Open that chest, 1, 2, just like that. From day 1 of my bodybuilding, even when I didn't have near the pec development that I have now, I could feel and connect to this exercise. So if I had 3 exercises I had to choose for the rest of my life to recommend to people to grow a chest, it would be these 3. It would be the slight dumbbell incline, the barbell incline, and then the high cable crossover. All 3 offering very different benefits, but all 3 high quality exercises. So with this high cable crossover, you can do a bunch of different things. I tend to like volume on this, so I might do a set of 15, go up and weight, do a set of 12, go up and weight, do a set of 10, and then do a drop set. And that just feels great to me. I've also, a little bonus 4th is I love doing high cable crossovers into stretch push-ups. And I'll get Chaz to post a little clip of me doing stretch push-ups, but that combo of open the chest, hard contraction into nothing but stretching, you talk about blowing your chest up, you just mega pump. And to me, like, that's how you grow chest. You get really strong on those first 2 exercises, move weight with good form, get a huge pump, and you get out of there. So again, if you like this video, guys, like, share, and subscribe. I know it sounds like I might be talking trash on those first 3 exercises. I don't want you wasting your time. I want to teach the most effective exercise. And I know what you'll say, well, Chris, I feel those, or I'm good at those, or I like doing those. All are valid points, but if I'm gonna spend time away from my family, away from a computer, where I'm not making money when I'm training in here, I'm gonna make it worth my while. So to me, use your training intelligently and you'll grow faster than you ever have, as long as you pair it with a ton of food. Until next time, see you guys.